HOA Karen damaged basketball hoop, then got billed $250,000 to replace it. The air in Willow Creek was thick with the scent of freshly cut grass and simmering resentment. The neighborhood's basketball court, a weathered slab of concrete ringed by chain link, had been the heart of the community for decades. Kids like Jake, a lanky 17-year-old with dreams of college ball, spent every evening there, their laughter and sneakers screeching into the night. But the court was more than a playground. It was a symbol of unity, a place where neighbors, young and old, black, white, and brown, found common ground. Until Karen moved in. Karen, with her pristine SUV and manicured lawn, was the new HOA president, elected by a narrow vote of retirees who admired her take-charge attitude. She saw the court as an eyesore, its faded lines and rusted hoop a blemish on her vision of suburban perfection. "It attracts noise," she'd complain at meetings, her voice sharp as a whistle. "And those kids, always loitering." Jake overheard her once, her words cutting deeper than any missed shot. The court wasn't just concrete to him. It was where his dad, gone 3 years now, had taught him to shoot hoops, to dream big. The tension boiled over one humid July evening. Jake and his friends were mid-game when Karen stormed onto the court, a crowbar glinting in her hand. "This ends now," she snapped, her face flushed with righteous fury. Before anyone could react, she swung, the metal screeching as it tore into the hoop's pole. The structure groaned, then collapsed in a twisted heap. The kids froze, their game halted by the crash. Jake's heart pounded. He stepped forward, voice trembling. "You can't do this. This is our place." Karen smirked, tossing the crowbar aside. "File a complaint, kid. This court's a liability." The crowd of neighbors gathering at the fence murmured, some nodding in agreement, others glaring. Maria, the community center's director and a lifelong Willow Creek resident, pushed through the crowd. Her calm demeanor barely masked her fury. "Karen, you've gone too far. That hoop was donated by my father 20 years ago. It's not yours to destroy." The next day, the HOA board, egged on by Karen's allies, issued a $250,000 invoice to replace the vandalized court, addressed to Karen herself. The figure was absurd, inflated by bureaucratic greed and a contractor's padded estimate. Karen laughed it off at first, assuming her influence would squash it. But the community had had enough. Maria rallied the neighbors, and Jake, fueled by grief and defiance, posted flyers with photos of the wrecked hoop, captioned, "Who's the real vandal?" The story spread like wildfire on social media, hashtags like Justice for Willow Creek trending locally. Enter Mr. Thompson, a quiet, elderly neighbor who rarely spoke at meetings. He was a retired lawyer, his porch cluttered with law books and faded basketball trophies from his youth. At the next HOA meeting, packed with angry residents, he stood, his voice steady but heavy with authority. "Karen, you acted without a vote. That's a violation of HOA bylaws. Section 4.2. The board's invoice? Legally unenforceable unless they sue you personally." The room gasped. Karen's face drained of color. Thompson continued, "But here's the twist. The court's land was deeded to the community, not the HOA. You destroyed public property." The revelation hit like a thunderclap. Karen's allies stammered, their authority crumbling. Jake felt a surge of hope, but Maria's eyes were somber. "This doesn't fix the hoop," she whispered. The community was fractured. Half saw Karen as a villain, half as a victim of an overzealous fine. Lawsuits loomed, pitting neighbor against neighbor. Karen, defiant to the end, refused to apologize, hiring a lawyer to fight the bill. Meanwhile, Jake and his friends started a crowdfunding campaign, raising $10,000 to rebuild the court. But the money wasn't enough, and the legal battles drained everyone's spirit. Months later, the court remained a ruin, a scar on Willow Creek's soul. Karen moved away, her house sold quietly, the $250,000 bill unresolved in court. Jake, now 18, stood on the empty court one evening, bouncing a ball on the cracked concrete. Maria joined him, her face lined with fatigue. "We fought for this place," she said. But maybe we lost something bigger. Jake nodded, his throat tight. The hoop was gone, but so was the laughter, the unity, the dreams it held. Mr. Thompson watched from his porch, his old trophies gleaming faintly in the dusk. He'd exposed the truth, but even he couldn't mend the rift. The community had won a battle but lost its heart. Jake tossed the ball into the air, watching it arc against the fading sky. It landed with a hollow thud, rolling to a stop where the hoop once stood. The story of Willow Creek isn't just about a broken hoop or a $250,000 bill. It's about pride, power, and the fragile bonds that hold us together or tear us apart. Karen's crowbar didn't just destroy a hoop, it shattered trust. Jake's fight wasn't just for a court, it was for his father's memory. And Maria's struggle wasn't just for justice, it was for a community's soul. In the end, no one won. The court stays empty, a bitter reminder that some damages can't be billed, only felt. What do you think? Where does justice lie in a community torn by pride and principle? Share your thoughts.